Hi everyone! Today's prompt is, let's see, seared images. So, this prompt is inspired by Joan Didion's essay, Why I Write, which I encourage you to read, it's great. And in that essay, she talks about how images sometimes kind of just get stuck to our brain. We walk through the world and, most things we don't really remember. And every now and then, another person or a particular sight that you see just kind of lingers with you and you don't know why. So these can be anything. For me, a couple that spring to mind are a time that I was out walking with my family and I saw a wedding cake, or at least a tiered cake, in a bush, kind of thrown in there or left there and squashed, but clearly a really beautiful cake. And I never knew why it had got there. And I also remember seeing this really drunk woman at a train station years ago when I was just a teenager, and it was quite late, and not knowing who she was, but just seeing that she was on her own and that she wasn't really okay. And that one probably stayed in my mind because I didn't know at the time what to do about it. We all have little moments in life that will have adhered to our brains like this, where we can still kind of see that thing. So the first step of the prompt before you begin writing is to shuffle through the index of your memory and see if you can find some. And it might take a moment, or you might get overwhelmed by a bunch of different things and have to choose one. But there should be something in there that you remember in this way. First, you just describe the image. What do you see? And try and really describe it in detail. And if there are bits that you can't remember, kind of shadows around the edges of your memory, either invent, fill the space of those shadows, or talk about the shadows. Talk about the fact that the picture is a little bit patchy. The second part of this exercise, if you choose to accept it, is to go beyond the initial image and to create a story around it. So for me, that might be the story of how that wedding cake got into that bush, or indeed what happened to that woman that I saw drunk and alone at the train station. Take your 7 minutes, or 10 minutes, or 15 minutes, or 20 minutes, and see what happens. I will see you next